I'm Hannity. This is Newsfeed Weekend. In the aftermath of the midterm senatorial elections, the political map is taking shape with seats in the upper chamber split across three major camps. 5 winning senators were backed by the Marcos administration, with a 6th, Camille Villar, cross-endorsed by both Malacanang and Vice President Sara Duterte. Meanwhile, 4 seats went to candidates backed by the Duterte camp. The remaining 2 spots in the Magic 12 went to opposition-aligned or progressive bets, former Senators Kiko Pangilinan and Bam Aquino. Geographically, the electoral map revealed distinct regional preferences. In Mindanao, the Duterte camp swept all 12 senatorial spots, completely shutting out the Marcos-aligned and progressive slates. Sarangani bailiwick of Manny Pacquiao is an exception, where Pacquiao got the second highest vote. In Luzon, 10 of the national winners were also favored in the region, though not all made it to the final cut nationwide. In the Visayas, the administration dominated the top 12, but Duterte allies Bongo and Bato de la Rosa secured the top spots. In Bicol, a traditional opposition stronghold, most votes went to progressive candidates, with only Bongo cracking the top 12 from the Duterte side. In NCR, Bam Aquino led the pack, followed by a mix of Duterte-aligned, Marcos-backed, and even independent candidates, including Heidi Mendoza and Bonifacio Busita, who both also performed well in Calabarzon. According to political analysts, this year's senatorial race may be a preview of a much bigger clash in 2028, one that could pit the Duterte bloc against the Pink Movement and a possible team-up with the current administration in a head-to-head battle for the presidency. The local absentee vote cast by members of the military, police, government employees, and media has been counted, providing an early glimpse into the preferences of some sectors of public service. Of the nearly 58,000 approved LAV voters, over 51,000 actually voted. Among them, 29,000 are from the Armed Forces of the Philippines, while more than 23,000 came from the Philippine National Police. The top 12 senatorial choices reflect familiar names, including several candidates endorsed by former President Rodrigo Duterte and those with ties to the AFP and PNP. Senator Bongo, former PNP chief, and re-electionist Bato de la Rosa, former General Ariel Querubin, and ex-Senator Gringo Honasan are among those who emerged on top. Also in the list are Jimmy Bondoc, Vic Rodriguez, Philip Salvador, and Apollo Kibuloy, names that have either served under the previous administration or have been publicly affiliated with former President Duterte. Notably, no candidates from the Marcos-backed Alianza para sa Bagong Pilipinas did not make the LAV's top 12, with also former PNP chief Panfilo Lacson only reaching the 15th place. Comelec says this year marks the first time that local absentee votes were counted using automated counting machines, making the process faster and more efficient. Preparations are now underway for the official proclamation of the winning senators in the 2025 midterm elections. Let's now join Ivy Reyes, who's reporting live from the Manila Hotel. Ivy.
Hannah, we're live here at the tent city waiting for the proclamation of the top 12 senators who garnered the most votes in the 2025 national and local elections. As you can see here, everything is ready for the arrival of the senators and members of the Comelec and Bank. Outside of this tent, personnel from the Armed Forces and the Philippine National Police are stationed to keep things in order. The proclamation is set to start later at 3 p.m. to be led by the National Board of Canvassers Secretariat and the Clerk Commission's director. Hannah will tune in later to the 5-minute speeches of each of the 12 winning senators. And for a recap of the elected senators we're expecting today, we have Alianza-backed Soto, Lapid, Tulfo, Cayetano, Lacson, and Villar, as well as Duterte-aligned De La Rosa, Marcoleta, Marcos, and Go. But as you mentioned, Marcos and Villar were both endorsed by both camps. and as well as Independence Aquino and Pangilinan. As of now, that's the latest here at the 10th City. We'll give you more later once the proclamation starts. Hannah?
Thank you, Ivy Reyes, reporting live from the Manila Hotel. A historic graduation at the Philippine Military Academy, not just in numbers, but in stories of sacrifice and triumph. Before the President, 266 new officers march into service, including a new summa cum laude who now holds the highest grades in PMA history. Pierre Pastor is reporting live from Baguio City. Go ahead, Pierre.
Yes, Hannah, this is my first time to cover the commencements of the PMA, and it's a different feeling since these guys who graduated are going to take good care of us and the rest of the country. It's Siklab Laya or Sundalong Isinilang na kasangga at lakas ng ating bayan para sa kalayaan. This is the Philippine Military Academy Class of 2025. A total of 266 cadets graduates today with a course of Bachelor of Science in Management major in Security Studies. Out of 266, 137 will join the Philippine Army, 58 will join the Air Force, and 71 will go to the Navy. There are 212 male, and of course there are 54 female soldiers. The valedictorian of PMA Batch 2025, Jesse Ticar Jr., is a great inspiration for the youth. Jesse is a son of a ballpen vendor and a taxi driver and never dreamt of becoming a soldier. He was a civil engineering student, but when his father met an accident and the family suffered financial hardships, this led him to consider the Philippine Military Academy. Second Lieutenant Jesse's grade of 9.52 is the highest among the four. Jesse's mother Anita said he was very diligent in studying and even keen in looking around for scholarships so he could finish his studies. Nanay Anita couldn't contain her happiness for her son's achievement. In President Bongbong Marcos' speech, he gave credit to the parents of the graduates. Hannah, the PMA said through Vice Admiral Cesar Valencia of the Philippine Navy, they are no longer producing ordinary soldiers, but hybrid officers trained to meet global standards. Hannah?
That's true. Thank you, Pierre Pastor, reporting live from Baguio City. And those are the news this hour. I'm Hannah T. Stay tuned. Billionario News Channel is on Free TV 31, Cignal Channel 24, Converge 74, and SkyCable Channel 33. Also check our website, bnc.ph. Good afternoon.